I want to try to convince you why you should build a neural network. If it's something that you're even passingly interested in, and you have even a little bit of coding experience, I'd say, especially if you like Python, which if you're going by the statistics and you're interested in code, like you likely have experience with Python. Honestly, if you know any programming language, you can learn Python quick enough. It's plenty simple for you. So if you're interested at all in neural networks, you should build one yourself. There's plenty, and the reason why I say that is because it's easy. It's far easier than you think if you've never done it before. And it's easy because we've got such a rich infrastructure, like public library infrastructure. We've got plenty of public tutorials and walkthroughs. We've got so much in the field of artificial intelligence right now that's geared towards getting people comfortable with the concepts of it, right? You don't need to be interested in diving into AI so deep that it becomes your career, although if this happens to help you stumble along towards that direction, by all means do it. It seems like an incredible field, and as far as I can tell, I'm about a year into my experience with it. But AI is all around us these days. It's if you're into this tech field whatsoever and you paid attention to, say, like any kind of AI advancement recently, you've heard the phrases like deep learning. I assume you probably heard of neural networks, right? And I think personally, I believe they're fascinating. They're incredibly powerful, and they're obviously powerful considering the things that we've already been able to do with them, right? So we've got deep learning networks are things that are beating human beings at all kinds of video games, right? Like Dota is one. It's a huge one. It was revolutionary when AI became like the first, when like the first AI was AlphaGo beats like the world Go champion, right? Absolutely revolutionary, and they're all built on these same concepts of neural networks, right? And I think of neural networks as we talk about them like they're analogous to the brain, how the brain works, and that's true to some extent. Although there's plenty of distinctions in terms of how the brain processes information compared to how we digitally process this information that we're still working on, and there have been recent advancements in that field, in the field of if you want to look these words up, I totally forgot the word. Anthropomorphic computing, the idea of building computers that work more like the structure of the brain. I'm going to look into that and post a video about that soon, because I love that idea. But also, recent models and architectures, something called transformers has been revolutionary. Big word, sure. All right, transformers have been a huge step forward in the last year and a half when it comes to neural networks that can read human language and create human language, right? So this is what the field looks like, and if you're on the outside, it might look like magic, like some kind of far away thing that some magic science engineers, wizards are up to. But if you've got a laptop, you have access to this kind of power, right? You've got access to this kind of ability to build and structure thinking machines yourself. And it starts off simple. It starts off, as always, like anything you can get good at, it starts off with, like the first steps of making something crude but interesting, right? Something that interests you. So if you're at all interested, I'll post a link in the comments about building your first neural network. There's a tutorial that I used for my very first time building for the handwritten digit detection. So you'll be able to build something that can look at an image of somebody's handwritten number and tell you, hey, that's a 3. And it seems simple, maybe not useful, but depending on your scale, but it's absolutely a brilliant first step. And if you're interested, just go do it, because you can. You absolutely can. If you don't know Python, if you don't know any coding language whatsoever, I'm interested in helping you out in that regard too. Like I like the idea of anybody who's interested in code, I think should deserves to feel comfortable with writing code. And I like the idea of I'd love to share some insight into that. So if you have any questions on where to start, what to be interested in, where to focus your attention when you're trying to learn any of these things, always just hit me in the comments or find me literally anywhere else you feel like on the internet. That's it for this video. I'll see you later. Peace.